And I forgot that F9 does that. Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Minecraft Through the Android. If you're watching this, apologies for two reasons as to why this isn't fully public today. First reason is, I've been having internet issues since yesterday. I don't want to provide a bad experience to those watching. I want it to be a continuous, buffer-free video. So, because I don't trust my internet this morning, as I was in fact still having difficulties, what we're going to do is not have this be public. That way, if something goes wrong, it's already taken care of in the past. But in the future, if I ever stream like this again, you can always manually check out the playlist as I do stream unlisted. So if you happen to find the video on the playlist, you can watch from there. Second reason, I just released a big video this morning, and I don't want to tank its visibility by pushing out another video so quickly, because that happens. It's happened plenty before. So I'm gonna keep that video being shared to others as my game crashes. What is that icon? There's no way they changed the icon this early. What the? Excuse me, don't tell me you just auto-updated the app. No, we don't do that here. No. Excuse me, I'm doing something. I was playing that version for a reason. I did not give you permission to auto-update my app, buddy. What do you think you're doing? Dude. Is that because of whatever button I pressed earlier? Well, dang, hold on. Well, that's not fun. Alright, that's okay. Because let me just go find. Don't panic. All the save files are separate. Well, this is very unfortunate. Don't worry, I know exactly where to get the updated stuff from. Alright, I need to remember, don't press F9 ever again while using this. LMNOP for Pocket Edition Alpha. We are on Alpha build 6, right? Pretty sure this is gonna reset all my settings. Boop. Hopefully I don't need to restart Nox in its entirety. The difficulties of having to manually do this. Alright, so shrink that down. Where's the audio? Because I think the audio needs to be turned down. I think? No, maybe not. I guess it's already quiet. Alright, so good thing is I didn't do anything. We're gonna hope that no more auto app updates anymore. Alright, so we were working on this thing, so we're gonna have the pistons be on the inside. The stem is here. This is where one side will be pumpkins, one side will be melons. So if we are gonna have the pistons, am I gonna have to make them sticky pistons? I might need to. No, they're partially used pickaxe. Nope. Alright, so what we've got is the pistons are gonna be along this line. So if the pistons are gonna be along that line, excuse me, pig, that means they would be... I really could just not bother. Yeah, so I guess I'll just, instead of the pistons, be underneath all this stone brick. So let's bring this together. I'll figure out how to get the signal going later. So I need the walkway here. We'll just place on it. Because I plan on having lily pads go straight across here. I'll need to collect a bunch of lily pads, but there's the swamp not too far. Alright, so we're gonna run the redstone, not the restroom. We're gonna run the redstone all along here, which means time to also have a cover here. Unless if this is where I want the glass to be. How about I fill in... These are 8 blocks, right? I could do... I was thinking, because I'm just going to have the redstone run on top of that stone break there, which means if I wanted glass... how about we do... Kind of like over here, where we've got the 2, 2, 2 all along. So then that means it's got to be replacing the dark oak. So that would mean... I feel like there's kind of a waste putting these planks here now. Huh. Unless if I keep them open to walk through. This is kind of a long pathway. Maybe that's what I'll do. Alright, well, either way. Boop. I'll figure out something back here. Because this is where I'm going to be planting the seeds all along the outer edge. So I guess if I wanted, I could just copy this. Oops. And that means if the glass is going to be down here, oh, this is where I put it. Okay, if I have a door though, I guess I would need this. I'm trying to visualize how this is going to turn out. Nothing new. In fact, yeah, we'll just dig that up now. Oh, in fact, that means, how about I say just kidding to all of this? This is where we're going to extend, I think. I don't know if I organized that right. Whoopsies. I don't know, not a problem. I'll deal with it once I keep going on the pattern. In fact, I'll probably end up copying it to the other side now. Which means surprise to all of you. It's Street Sweeper Day. Boop. Oh wait, it's supposed to be, hold on. So the 2 in the middle, so there needs to be 1. Oh, oop, I see my problem right there. Alright, so this is probably fine. What went wrong is right here. This has to slide over, because I placed that line of planks incorrectly. Surprise, I guess I didn't catch that yesterday. Right, hold on, let's not have the glass till the very end. It's also nighttime. I was watching, as I look at this full moon, I should say I've been slowly going through Captain Sparkle's Skyblock series. I think it's 49 videos in the playlist. I'm not really gonna bother trying to find if there were any other bonus videos after, so I'm going through presumably all the episodes for his original Skyblock series on the 1.1 version of the map. Then he switched over to using mods and creative and whatnot. Skyblock Reloaded, as he sort of did a extended series, kind of, based on that first world again. Thankfully, he provided a backup before he did all that, and he provided a backup after all the cheated in additions and whatnot. And then several months after that, he worked on Skyblock 2.0 with two of his buddies. So that's where I'm currently at. Maybe 6 episodes in the Skyblock 2.0. Somewhere around there. But the reason why I go on that whole big old tangent is because back then, Minecraft with its moon phases was still a new concept. And so they're looking at the full moon thinking, oh, is this an eclipse? And I think to myself, I guess they didn't know. Rather interesting, I say. That's just how it was back in the day. Back in, let's see, he started his first series, I think October 2010. Not 2010, 2011. I think it was October 1st or 2nd, 2011. And so then that went all the way until maybe January 2012. And then 2.0 started in, I think, May? I think May 2012, because it was after 1.2.5 was already released. I don't remember exactly what day, but I remember I was looking into what was the latest version at that time. And so they were playing on 1.2. I don't know if I've gotten to them updating to 1.3 yet. I don't even know if the series is going to go that long. Based on episode count, it should go to 1.3's release. Maybe 1.4? The 4 release of 1.4.2, but I have my doubts. Am I out of... Okay, no. I am not out of planks. Except I sort of just got rid of all that. Alright. Let's do one final pass here, making sure that all of this is correct. Because right now it's not. Oh, can't do that. Alrighty, I think we're good. Instead of doing this in a very strange format, we're just going to work top down. Or, I guess, bottom up. I don't know what I'll do at the very, very edge. We'll figure that out soon. But one thing's for sure, we're going to keep those plank pathways totally exposed. Do you know what would be really, really cool, but I don't know if it's going to happen? On Java Edition, when you place down lily pads in a brand new area for the first time, the lily pad orientation faces away from the player. And then, I don't know how, I haven't figured it out, but from there, the orientation gets saved. And so if you place any other lily pads down in the future, it will remember which direction it's supposed to be facing. And I wonder if you're on Bedrock, that's the same thing. The reason why I ask is it'd be really cool if I could plant every lily pad facing the same direction. The only dealio is, I have my doubts. And I feel like what'll end up happening is the lily pads will be placed in random directions. But hey, you don't know until you try, right? So we're gonna try soon. Yeah, we're also gonna leave the very end totally open. Well, that's just for now. Why? You still have plenty. Cool. Well, I think we're good. Alright, here's what we'll do. We will start on this lower section. Then we just head back over here. Step, step, walking across the crops. I can safely do that without trampling them, as long as I don't jump. This might end up being I almost placed there. That could have been bad. This might end up being a little bit of a hassle trying to access the seeds over here. But as long as I'm capable of walking along this pathway here. No, I can't do that because the pistons are going to be directly overhead. If there ends up being something where the seeds are, I can't get any closer. I'd have to move up all of these stone bricks here. Or have some way. Oi. Alright, well, I already started on this lower section, so this is what we'll keep working on. There's also that green bean over there. He doesn't see me. Oh, now he does. Alright, come on, buddy. It's time to duel. Oh, wait, wrong game. As much as I make that Yu-Gi-Oh joke, I've never actually seen Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what I've seen even less of, though? Digimon. Alright, well, if I already placed the glass on this layer, honestly, what's probably going to end up happening, I just say bye-bye to these two rows here. Wait, but then what'll be the point? I could just straight up get rid of the stone bricks between, because these are going to be the pistons here. Or I just not bother and leave them as stone bricks, since I don't even get pistons until 0.13 is the start of redstone. 14 adds more redstone. I want to say 0.15. It's either 15 or 16 where they add pistons, because pistons were the last block to add in terms of trying to catch up to Java. The last redstone block, I should say. Well, in fact, you know what I can do? I only have to add this on one side. But nighttime approaches, so we'll go catch some Z's, reset the non-existent weather timer. Boop. And readjust. Sit up straight, I tell you. No slouching. Say, middle school teachers. Alrighty, so now what I just have to do, we'll start on this one side. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. This is bedrock. Can't you just lay redstone across the backside of pistons and they don't pop off? I'm pretty sure it pops off in Java, but it won't do that in Bedrock. That's only going to be, oopsies, that's only going to be convenient for now, though. For whenever I convert the world over to Java. That'll start being an issue. Alright, hold on, let me grab the dirt. And we're going to extend this down here. In fact, goodbye, Mr. Flower. You'll end up with your fellow species, other orange tulips. There's another green bean. Where did you come from? He's jumping for joy. Goodbye. Alright, how's it looking over here? There's a whole bunch of dirt. There's a whole bunch of dirt that I'm not a big fan of. Unfortunately, I'll just have to wait for that dirt to turn into grass. Chirp. Hello, Mr. Orange Tulip. What I'll probably just do is go from this side. Boop. And there we go, now I can reach both. You know what I'm realizing? I don't have a solution for light. I'm letting all this natural light in. Cool. But that's not going to help me when nighttime comes around. And I want these to have plenty of brightness. I did not design this well at all. This is way too much casing. This is not at all ready to have any sort of whatchamacallit, is not at all ready to have any sort of proper light installations. Honestly, I think we'll just have it be all stone brick on the very ends. Yay, it looks nice. Oh, man. I could see the dirt. Do I really want to dig up all of that? I can't just move the glass. You know, it's all gonna be dirt. I can't be bothered to fix that. When you optimize too much. Sounds like a thing Notch would do. Oh, you know what I could do? Hold on. I need... You know, this might be reasonable. I have an idea. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna head back over here. We're gonna check my chest for something real fast. See if I have in storage the amount of items I'm looking for. Aha! This is gonna be super expensive, but I think I can do it. Boop, boop. You know what we need to do? We're gonna... Well, we don't need to, but I'm gonna want to use at least one more nether reactor before the full version of 0.12 when it's gone. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see how much glowstone we need by swapping out... Oh, wait, what if I... Okay, do I want to put the glowstone where the glass is or where the stone brick is? Honestly, I feel like I can get away with having it be where the glass is. Okay, so this block I'm looking at is 15, 14, 13, 12. That should be bright enough. Oh wait, 11. It's gonna be 11 there. Otherwise, it would be 15. Oh, it doesn't matter either way. Okay, yeah, we're gonna cheap out. Let's just fill this in. Oops. Let's not hold on to that glass. I don't want to misclick, which happens all the time on here. It's not always my fault though. Auto jump, leave me alone. Okay, so I need 16. I can make 16 blocks. Because I can make 32. we go. Party potato. Where's the sun? Still plenty of daylight. How about we head back to the swamp? So I need 32. I need a whole half a stack of lily pads. Let's try collecting as much as we can. We'll probably need to end up seeing how much we already have in the chest. But I'm going to assume that I don't have any in the chest. And are these 3D? These are slightly 3D. What? I thought lily pads rendered as 2D when placed down. Maybe that's a Java thing. What am I looking at? Is that just a chunk flickering in and out of existence? It looked like I was selecting an invisible block, but that might not have been the case. I wonder if I can make this work both ways. No, I don't think I can. I don't think I can activate both sides of the redstone with low latency and also activatable from both sides. Because otherwise it'll be too easy to just end up creating a loop, and that's not what I want. Because that means I turn it on and it's going to get stuck on. Ah, look at this. Look at all these pads of the lilies. Flashbacks to Lily's day off. Oh, we're almost there. Nighttime, stay back just a little bit longer. Oh, Mr. Enderman, though. Kind of a bummer that that grass block no longer exists in this world. Oh, to the well. Oh, there's a lot of lily pads here. Party potato. Like, why don't I just pick up all of it? Because eventually I'll want more. You know, truth be told, very rarely do I ever build with lily pads. I feel like I used to use them more. Small fry me like building them. That's not true. 2021, I think? No, I think it was 2019. 2019, 2020. It might have even gone to 2021. Piecraft Syndicate Season 4. Okay, this is getting really dark now. Piecraft Syndicate Season 4. We spawned near a swamp, and so I ended up collecting a whole bunch of lily pads from there. We're kind of near the end, because I did see more, but I wanted to just leave them. Hello, Mr. Spider, how's it going? There are 2 spiders. One more? One more for even numbers? That's an arrow. No thank you. Maybe I should use these extras to build a pathway. I'm holding on to my water bridge right here. Huh. Apologies to anyone who couldn't see. Hopefully now you can. I'll take that. Thank you. It'll be used for future generations. So you know what I haven't done? I haven't checked on the cactus farm in a while. I figured it'd be wise to go over there and check. Oh wait, hold up. We got a bigger problem first. I never placed down the torches after cleaning out this area. Oop. Gotta make sure no bad guys pop up. That was kind of redundant. Hello. Baby pig, leave me alone. Mr. Green Bean, go away. Hiya! Target eliminated. Why does it seem kind of dark at the edge, though? You really gonna tell me that I should have a glowstone maybe like here and here? Well, that would make the back wall look slightly more interesting. Although, truth be told, if I wanted to keep the pattern going, it should go here instead. There we go. Lights up the inside and the out. Yeah, I think it's plenty bright in here. Coolio, coolio. I guess it is a little dark near the doors. But I'm gonna hope. Nah, that's not true. It's probably not bright enough. Thinking about how much bad guys spawn, how frequently, and all that stuff, they're probably gonna ruin my day. Or night. Alright, what's left? What needs to be done? I need 8 doors. Let's go take care of that real fast. Oh, looks like I did not have any lily pads. Good job, me, for getting all of them. We're good. Minor clunk. Did I talk about visiting the cactus farm to see how it's doing? It occurred to me I did not visit the cactus farm to see how it's doing. After we pass by the chests over here, then we'll visit the cactus farm to see how it's doing. For sure this time. Auto jump, leave me alone. I've done a lot of bad guy hunting. I didn't realize how much stuff I had. Oop. Alright, let's take a quick look-see here. See what sort of items are on the ground. Is it still working? So it seems like 6 to 7 cactus grow within 5 minutes that it takes for them to despawn. I'd say that's a decent amount. Wasn't 0.11 supposed to fix the cocoa beans from growing? They still have not yet grown. I did not at all get the doors. Oops. Alright, let's see. Question is, can I do this? No, they appear to be random. I'm gonna need to look into how lily pads work again. Well, I tried. Alright, so now what we can do is boop, boop. We are ready for the seeds. Let's first go place down these beetroot seeds. We might also manually collect the beetroot. Because there's a fair amount that's grown, and this is also the smallest farm I have. So instead of going through the whole system, we'll just take care of this now. Don't worry, my little beetroot. Eventually you'll take over the area. I see zombies burning. I see a skelly bum burning. That glass, it looks like, with the glass being invisible, it just looks like I have several log layers chilling over there, kind of hovering. And then as we get closer, poop, there's the glass in my pipe. And boop, there's the glass in the farm. And I still haven't turned this into a proper bridge. I'd probably raise it up to this level. In fact, we could do that next. Do I still have dirt on me? Nope, because I put that away. Alrighty, so we'll grab some dirt. Oh, you know, hold on here, let's be smart. Why do we have so many seeds? My goshness. That's a lot of pumpkin seeds. And melon seeds. Well, this is great. We're gonna have an entire farm just like that. Oh wait, hold on. Gotta put the beetroot and the wheat seeds away. Alright. Let's do this. And probably the lily pads. Alright, now we're good. Organization. Makes me feel better. So we'll do... I think we'll do the pumpkins on this side. I was expecting that to happen. And why is that grass there? Still grass. Alright, so the pumpkins are on that side. We're gonna have melons on this side. Alright, let's go grab our 8 doors. Because oh boy, the doors don't stop. Isn't there a band called The Doors? I don't know how much of their music I've listened to. Three Doors Down was around when I was a youngin' though. I think they wrote and might produced whatever Kryptonite. I was around when I was growing up. I don't hear it these days. Unless it's by other people who remember hearing it when they were growing up. Ah, I don't have enough planks. Oops. Minor miscalculation. Nighttime also approaches, so we'll catch some Z's before we head back there. I don't know how much dirt I'll need, so we're just gonna take the stack in 29. And I think I can finally put the ground tiller away. That's why I left that spot free. Alright, let's get to work. I don't yet know how I'll design the bridge, but I'll make it different than just a line of planks. I'll figure something out. It'll probably just be regularly flat, but I'm gonna make it, you know, what I could do is I can make it consistent with my other bridges, since it's all the same pathway at this point. So that means we gotta dig up all of this. And then I hope, oh wait, you know what, here, let's be smart. I hope that that water is gonna fill in after I remove the planks there. Yeah, let's head back. All of this dirt is still dirt, oi. It looks like items in the hotbar finally move. Ah, it lied to me. Oh wait, do I need five? Five on each side? Uh-oh. That's another miscalculation. Yeah. Oopsies. So I needed 5, not 4. So that means I need 2 more doors later. Man, look at all my little seedlings growing up. They're getting there. Little by little, they go poop poop. Alright, cool. So back to work. But you know what I could do? I could extend this pathway. After we work on the bridge, we might extend this. You know what I could really do? I could make myself feel better. We're about to spend a lot more than a stacking 29 dirt. I'm already feeling it, Mr. Grabs. So, all of this right here. Whoopsies, leave me alone. Emulated camera support. So, what we're going to do is have the bridge not extend from one block above this. It's going to be another block. So, what we're going to do is dig up all this gravel here, get a refund. It's not worth the time trying to maximize gravel return. I'm just going to use the shovel. So step 1 is filling this in. But yeah, we're going to raise this entire area up to this level where the pathway is currently sitting at. I wonder if I should dig up this netherrack here. Not sure how I feel about it being in the ground. You know what would be interesting? If I designed something like a leaky nether portal. What I mean by that is, if I designed a nether portal somewhere, and then had like netherrack and some glowstone hanging out around it. Every once in a while, I go back and try finding mods that do that, where slowly over time the nether leaks through. I never committed to a world long enough for that, though. Alright, let's just dig this up now. Oh wait, I don't think it's gonna fill in just because it's not gonna reach. It's nice getting all this oak, though. Because I could get plenty of dark oak around here. Regular oak's a little harder to come by. Yeah, if I come back here with a bucket, I could probably fix all this. I'll take the planks, thank you very much. Looks at time, 45 minutes. Alright, we'll grab another stack of gravel. In fact, what I could do, I could also use some of the dirt I'll collect from over here by extending the pathway. I'll take that and that, because it's always better to have more than not enough. Well, I need two. I'll feel better if I have two, because I don't want to come back. In fact, to guarantee I don't come back, I'll pick up 3. Oh wait, hold up. Yellow flower. This yellow flower will not be relocated. It's going to storage. And look, is this another zombo that dropped both zombo flesh and a feather? That is rather bizarre. Because you'd think it'd be one or the other. I guess they didn't remove the feathers from code. But with how easy it is to have chicken farms, I wonder why that ended up being left in. Could just be a bug, a minor oversight that they haven't fixed yet. Oh wait, hold up. I gotta fix the mess I made. And also make 2 doors. So if I just do boop, okay, it mostly fills in. Chances are, if I reload the world, it will get fixed. Moment of truth, think it'll work? Oh wait, hold on, from this side. Oh wait, this is gonna end up being dirt anyway. Doesn't matter, but if I did that... Alright, so close. And that. That is not at all efficient. Whatever. Sounds like I'm hearing someone squeaky brakes. I can't tell for sure though. Alright, so with all that raised up, this right here is going to be an extension of the gravel path, which means everything on the side of it is what comes forward. There we go. And as we deal with the darkness, as we light up yet another massive dirt patch that we wait to grow into grass. That's now been taken care of. Let's place down these last two doors as I keep stealing inventory slots. As it is, I'm already limited. Alrighty, so here's a question. How exactly did I have the pattern going previously? Spider, where'd you come from? Uh-oh. I'll take that, thank you. Maybe that's a sign to catch some Z's and reset the non-existent weather timer. So, buddy, what did you spawn on? I wonder, are they spawning on fences? Are they spawning on walls? Are they spawning on anything that has collision? Because I know they spawn on stairs. They keep doing that. It's bothersome. Are they spawning on blocks that I would expect them to not be able to? Because I can't figure out where they keep showing up. Are they spawning on the farmland? Can't call me crazy anymore because I'm starting to be baffled as to why they keep showing up in places they're not supposed to be. Alright, so this is log plus 3, then it's the next log. And then over here, log plus 3, then it's the next log. Alright, cool. So then that means it's 4 n plus 1, n being equivalent to the number of iterations. Alright, so it's going to be at this level, which means take up this gravel as well. Because I'm going to have it be 1 above there. Alright, so the number needs to be divisible by 4. What's the 1 offset? Alright, so 1, 2. Do I have that bucket on me still? Yes, I do. This will help me count water. So this is 1. This is 16, so that's 4n, which means this might have to shrink down to just 12, which is 3 iterations. Plus 1 is 13. So if I go from this block here, or in fact, I might even go from this block. So this is 1. 10, 11, 12, 13. Would stop here. I could do that. Why did that give me gray particles? Interesting. It was this block, right? Hold up. Measure twice, cut once. Okay, so now this is 14. 15, 16, plus that one would be 17. You know what, maybe it will go all the way to here. It's probably really extending it. Oops. That's okay, because I'll just shave this down. In fact, a lot of this could be shaved down. What I could do is line it up on that side in a way that looks neat. Alright, how about we go do that? So, I also need to make sure that I get the level correct. Because that's there, but it's going to end up being one higher, which puts it out here. That's why I'm lining it up with this block. Because that way in the end I go up one here and go down one there. Evens out, technically. Although one's a steeper slope and one's just flat. Building decisions, building decisions, building decisions. Let's grab... Oh, alright. Cool. We'll need some more planks though. And all that digging I did yesterday, all that cobblestone, I don't know how much I'm about to spend, but I feel like I'm going to spend a lot. We'll just pick all that up and hope we don't run out. Looks at time and wonders where the last 10 minutes went. Counting and recounting and recounting. Alrighty, so what will look nice over here? Truth be told, I'm really thinking of having it start on this block. I'll probably end up pushing that whole area back. So that means I need cobblestone, I need the planks. Oops, I need the logs and the slabs. Because now I just have to make this however many blocks forward. I'll take that, thank you. Hooray, auto bridge. Oops. Oopsies. Again. It's such a nice feature until you realize it's not such a nice feature. It works until you don't want it to work. Or I guess until it stops working. Because oh boy do you have a very far reach. I also think, I haven't confirmed, but I want to say that with a touchscreen, you have a farther reach than normally. I can't prove that yet, but I think that's what happens. So regular Bedrock, if you're playing without a touchscreen, I think is a block or half a block shorter than what we get to enjoy on here. Did I pick up what fell? I already forgot what I dropped. Oh, there it is. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Alrighty, so we are looking at 1 plus 3. Yep, and then I just need one more here. So what we'll do, we'll just shave all this down. And then round it off some. So much for trying to fill all this in. Oops. Big oops. That's okay. Hopefully it will make this look a little less like it's poking out so much. Because when you look from the river, this is a big little bloop. Did I say big little? You know those people who go, yeah, no? Yeah, no, it's not like that. Or no, yeah, it is like that. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You can't give both a positive and a negative to one thing. I don't know where I was going with that. Well, that's just what it made me think of. There's a lot of flowers over here that we're relocating. The time approaches soon. Alright, are we good? Gotta make sure I have plenty of torches. Because if I don't, stuff will keep popping up. Now, who am I kidding? Even with all these torches, stuff still pops up. And I haven't yet figured out why. I think we're good. The villagers will be happy. Except they can't use their arms to throw up a celebration. Oh well. That's okay, I feel better. So much for building one bridge right there. I cross this path more often because I just don't feel like dealing with the doors. Oh well. Okay, I did not at all need this much dirt. Because I'm realizing I picked up a lot more than I thought I would. And why is every single one of these an incomplete stack? All three of those were incomplete stacks. How did that happen? Alright, we'll have this line up. But you know what I could do? I could extend it from here. So we start with one block right there. In fact, I don't need this to be. Oops. Was that my last shovel? Yeah, it was. Oopsies. That's kind of a bummer. That's okay. No, auto jump, leave me alone. Alright, let's just bring all this together. So this one's just sort of going to lead into it. But we're going to have a curve. Or not a curve, we're going to have a turnaround here. Enderman, that's not your dirt. Where are you running? I go over hoping to pick something up, but Endermen don't drop anything. No XP, no Ender Pearls. Not the item they're holding. What a big old bummer. So over here is where it's going to curve into. We're not going to go very long. There's no way I'm going to dig this entire thing up without a shovel. So there's 3 plus 1 more. This is where that pathway is going to go to. So then this will just go straight down pretty much, and then meet up somewhere around here. Let's move that out of the way, but now this side's dark, so we put another one here. I guess there maybe. Surely this isn't like a junk border. That's totally flat. Why is one side grass and the other side's not? Is that really just how I ended up filling this in? Because I know I filled in that area. Filled in all of that. I don't know. But I'm getting a whole bunch of these dirt patches that are taking forever to turn to grass. And hodoink. Alright, let's grab another. How about we grab 4 shovels? I guess I kind of overdid it on cobblestone. Oops. Buzz, buzz. Who buzzed me? Is it important? Probably not. Alright, I think everything else we need is in the other chests. Oh wait, I should have put the bucket away. Oops. Oh wait, nope. No. Get back here. The gravel tried to run from me. You shall not escape. I have other plans for you. So nice being able to walk up slabs and not casually fall through the floor. The little things that you miss being able to do when you lose the ability to do them. Ever heard Big Yellow Taxi? I can't remember who wrote the original. Can't remember her name, but I'm pretty sure that the who's it, Counting Crows? I'm pretty sure the Counting Crows cover is much more popular. Maybe I should have used glass here, because I want to look in and just look straight down, but I can't do that. What I might end up doing, I could just dig up this block and put glass next to it. Alright, well, one thing at a time, and our one thing now is getting this over. I hear a helicopter. He's on the run. I don't know. Every once in a while I hear and see the helicopters flying over. I don't hear them calling out anything. Could just be a news chopper getting B-roll. So you got A-roll. That's like your main footage. You've got B-roll, which is kind of filler. Is there C-roll? Is anyone in the film industry? Is there such a thing as C-roll? I should probably go to Google. Google will be faster. But not now. It's not important enough to stop the stream for. So we're gonna look into C-roll after. Do I want to slide it over a little more? I've got all this space here. Do I want it to be so cramped? You know what, maybe if I do keep it over, that'll give me more space, because I haven't done anything with those chests. They're just sitting there. So as long as I have at least one block there, let's start digging. Just gonna push these out to the side. Okay, that's starting to get really loud. They are close. That time it probably picked it up on the microphone. That was a waste of shovel durability. To preserve the curve, we gotta make sure it's like that. And alright, let's see. Let's take a quick look at this. How's it going? I think this should be fine to fill in. If even more flowers I'll need to put away afterward. Oop. And sorry, torch, you gotta move. That torch has to move as well. Alright, well, let's keep digging. Oop, this one's gotta move also. So much for trying to focus on that side of the river. Turns out, domain expansion, or whatever. You know what term that Captain Sparkles was using? Going back to what I was saying earlier, on a Skyblock series, he likes to use the term manifest destiny. You know, going back to its historical usage. And so it is intended that he expand the Skyblock world and make it over to the newer chunks. That was after. That was in Skyblock Reloaded. After he did his main official follow the rules portion of the first Skyblock series. But yeah, I really thought I was going to be building more on that side of the river, but then I wanted a big farm, and I also didn't want to have another spire eating so much valuable space. So, because I had these large builds in mind, surprise, I guess little by little I'm taking over this side. Surely I've got more gravel than this, right? Another stack, cool. Hooray! We're getting there, because now I have this pathway all the way. Hold on, let me just take a quick look at this. I really have built a lot. You've got the wall in the background, you've got Team Tree and Outpost, the Big Pipe Cactus Farm, this big old Nether Spire, some of the regular farm, and some of the melon farm, melon and pumpkin. We're doing good. Then again, I didn't realize that it's been over 2 months since part 2 started. It's kind of crazy that it feels like I just recently started getting back to the series. But mathematically, I didn't. Because we're already on episode 68. So it's been 28 episodes since part 2 for the second best MTTA around has started. More time has passed than I've realized. It's only after you look back that you see just how much time passes. Alright, well here, we'll sleep before we put this stuff away. And then we'll go do something else for the last 45 minutes of the day. As I check my phone to see who buzzed me. I received a comment on presumably my latest video. Doesn't say, it just gives a preview of what the comment says. Now, is there anything that belongs here? I don't think so. Flowers, dirt, gravel, and seeds all have dedicated areas. Oh, 2 stacks. Whoops. Alrighty, so we have string. That's the only mob drop to put away. I wonder if I'll ever do anything with all these flowers. I have on my beta 1.8 world to-do list, I need to build, well, I put need in quotes because all of this is self-imposed anyways, but I need to build a flower garden. I haven't done that yet. I've been doing other stuff. I've been working on a big underwater area. Hey, you seeing what I'm seeing? I see pumpkins and melons. But anyways, I've been working on a big ol' underwater, like the bottom of the ocean. Welcome to Rapture and all that type of dealio. I'm not going to waste sword durability. So I've been working on that, but what I need to do is work on a flower garden. I have a whole bunch of flowers collected, and I've made 2, I think, flower gardens on UMP. One in the Indev area and one in Indev. Well, I say the Indev. There's a lot of Indev worlds. It was near the tower from, what version was that? I think it was January 30th. I think it was Indev 130. No? There you go. I think it was January 30th where I had that one world last for a while. There we go. Another melon grew, but I'm not going to pick it up. So all these plants have had enough time to grow up, but you're telling me this grass has not had enough time to spread? Is grass spread just broken? I don't know. But anyways, that was the first flower garden I worked on that I remember. Then I built a second flower garden. I'm pretty sure in early InfDev. Well, early my time playing on InfDev. But that was in one of the nearby worlds. One of the nearby InDev worlds. Wait, don't tell me. Hold on, what was it called? Indevia Plateau, that's the name of it. Says that's another buzz. Can it wait 40 minutes? Email. Indevia Plateau has its own flower garden. That one was fun. Took up an entire pad. Alrighty, so I look around and I think, what else was on my to-do list? I might want to go back digging. There's something I said that maybe after the farm, after I did the farm, after I finished the bridge, after I finished the pathway, I need a bounty board system on here, except being able to only write one sign, or one line on a sign. Chirp, 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 chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. No, the bird cannot hear me. Probably. If I had my shears, I would have sheared that sheep, but I don't. You know, one thing I don't build very often? Pixel art. I feel like I look at people's beta worlds, and they like building pixel art on there, especially multiplayer servers. I don't know, I'm not a big pixel art person. It was plentiful over in Classic. You can find lots of pixel art in classic worlds. Part of that is creative. But I feel like I don't see a lot of pixel art. Well, then again, I guess I don't see a lot of modern players. You know why modern players don't build pixel art? What's the point? It's just decorational. I see a lot of players work on functional builds that look nice, as opposed to just purely decorational. I don't know if that's just me, though. But I don't see people building pixel art. I see people building nice-looking buildings. Pixel art, however, is on my planned beta 1.8 world. It's on the to-do list on theirs. I don't know if I'm gonna do it in beta 1.8 though. Truthfully, it might have to wait till 1.0 or 1.2 because I don't have enough blocks for what I want to do pixel art of. I don't have the colors I need. And something died over here. I'll take that. Oh, thank you. Stuff died over here. Look, you see how it's on this side of the wall? This means the wall kind of works. The only problem is stuff is still spawning on the inside, and I can't figure out where. Enderman. Enderman, Enderman. No. That's some car alarm going off. Oh, there's another one. Enderman, no. Why do you do this to me? Could be worse. It could be far worse. The Enderman picking up blocks and moving them around is miserable in beta 1.8. Like, it's a minor annoyance in modern times in 1.0 and later. In fact, even beta 1.9, any of the pre-releases, it's a little bit nicer. But the Enderman in beta 1.8, there was no limit to the blocks they could move. They could move anything. So none of your builds, exactly 0% of your builds were ever safe if you played on anything other than peaceful. Bean of the Soy, music guy, I know. He couldn't play on anything other than peaceful after however long because he couldn't take it. I don't blame him. It's very frustrating needing to constantly fix holes in my walls. And for a second I forgot where these chests were. Well, I can't remember what I said I was going to work on after the bridge and the pathway. So what we'll do, I'll just go do something different. I have all this stone brick at least. Party potato. Oh, that's right, I have arrows. I'm starting to see more dirt spots that aren't turning to grass. I get this looming suspicion. This happened before. I get this looming suspicion. Grass doesn't spread right now. And when I say this happened before, later in like 0. I don't know, 0.5, 0.6, maybe 0.4, there was a while where grass didn't spread, and there were a whole bunch of sheep. There were massive amounts of sheep over in that world. So what ended up happening is I was starting to get concerned that the sheep were going to eat all the grass in the world. Because it was starting to be that bad where I really thought I was going to run out of grass in my world just because the sheep were eating it all. Thankfully, I didn't run out completely by the time it was fixed. But for a while, I really thought I was going to run out of grass. And I'm not concerned with that on here because this is a infinite world. Put that in quotes because truth be told, it's only like... How far can you go? Isn't it like 4 million? There's 8 million. It might have even been as close as 2 million. Either way, you end up falling through the world rather quickly. Do I still have stuff in the furnaces? Is that where my stone is? No. I cooked 4 stacks of stone brick. Where'd all my stone brick go? Oh, that's right, I'm looking at it. That's where all my stone brick went. Yeah, I cooked up 4 stacks of stone brick and spent most of it in one place. Oops. That's okay. We still have some. Oh, I have an idea. Hold on. In fact, I have a great idea. We're going to see if I can pull it off. I might need... Okay, well, I don't need this much cobblestone. Okay, well, I say it's a great idea. It's probably going to end up being rather bland. But I have an idea. If I... This is unfortunate. People don't give me the references that I was hoping to find. Okay, okay. Okay, well, people aren't very helpful. So, next best thing. Alright, let's head over here. Let's grab our cobblestone, our stone, our light gray, our white, our gray. And then we're gonna get sad as we realize we would greatly benefit from those 2 extra hotbar slots. 0.12, I say. I'm pretty sure 0.12 when it finally gets fixed. Alrighty, so in fact, I might even pick up the black. I don't even know if there's that many colors. I feel like there's not. What was I just saying for pixel art? Oh wait, I don't have enough black. Oh squids, where art thou? Would you like to see a diamond sword up close? Surely there are squids nearby, right? Something messed up there. That's when I was working on... Oh yeah, that's where I tested how buckets work. Surely I'll find squids around here. In fact, I might have to just check to see if I have ink sacs. Alright, well the first rule to making a plan is to always make 2. So let me head over here real fast. I don't think I have any. Have I not found any squid on here? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pass by the ocean. Because if I can't find squids in this river, I want to say squids can only spawn in rivers and oceans. Of course, that's also applying modern day Java knowledge, not old Pocket Edition knowledge. So, I don't know. Let me do that because I want my reference picture to be larger. Oh, in fact, hold on. Can I just do that? Oh, thank you. You know how nice it is to just casually remove the size limiter from a picture online from the URL? I feel like a ninja when I just say, I don't care about the quality you're giving me. I don't want 75% limited to 1200 pixels wide. Give me the source image. Sometimes the website yells at you and say, hey, what's the signature for this file? You don't have the signature for that resolution. In which case you have to say, okay, fine. Hello. Yeah, sometimes the website's nice, and if you just remove the size parameters, everything works all nice and dandy. So let's just head down here real fast. I can't see at all. Where's my... I was about to press F5 to go in a third person, and then I remembered, wait, they took that button off. I'm not seeing any squid. What? Surely they're a squid, right? Alright, I'm not going to build out a black wool. That's okay. I remember the old third person button. You would just pause the game, and it'd be, I think, the top left. It's not like that anymore. Now it's a setting with all the other settings. There was another button next to it. I think Broadcast World, which kind of works the same as Open the LAN. Or like Allow Network Play. Online game. I can't remember. I think that was the other button. Don't quote me on that. But there was definitely two buttons apart from the other stuff. I also remember when the option screen was just, it didn't even have its in-game UI. It was the native settings. It was a settings menu using the native API or whatever, where like the settings list was just whatever your device would generate. And that was interesting. But hey, it got the job done back then. Probably for faster development, because that's one less menu to code. Yeah, we'll catch some Z's, put away the black wool, and then just go from there. And hadoink. Now, for what I want to make is technically scalable, but I'll be honest, that's not happening. And you'll see by that once I get it worked on. Alrighty. Wait, do I even have enough gray wool? Yes, I only need 8 blocks. Cool. Cool beans, cool beans. We'll go... There's a space I don't really care about. Am I going to do anything on this river shore? Probably not. Nah, it'd look more interesting to have it standing up. I should build a canvas. No, that's not happening. Alrighty, so... I might need to whip out a notepad real fast. Okay, what blocks do I have? Because I need to make my own translator before I work on this. Looks like I'm only going to need 5 blocks, so that's nice. Turns out I don't think I'll need the white at all, because I don't think it'll look good. Alright, cool. I have my translator. And my translator being the what I see on the images. and then I just I just kept track of what block goes to which. Ooh, I was over here previously, and the game crashed. You know, that wasn't the game, that's a whole Nox. But yeah, I was over here, and the game crashed last time. So I was concerned, and I was about to say, not again, or something like that. You know what, is this, do I have an 8-byte grid here? I think I do. I want it right there, though. Could build it right here, maybe. Alrighty, so what we are going to do, I don't know, I'm going to light this up. I could cover the backside with glowstone. Could put it right here, slightly obscure the whole staircase going up. Maybe that's what I'll do. Alrighty, so here's what we're looking at. I need gray wool, I need cobblestone, I need stone bricks, I need, oops, I entered that in twice. I think it's stone, then I need light gray. Alright, let's get to building. So I'll have maybe 2 blocks there, plus 2 blocks here. Boom, right there. I did that right? Yeah, so 1, 1. Chirp, chirp. Oopsies. I'm realizing this might be a little difficult. Good thing I got that staircase right there. Probably already tell what it is. Oh, can't jump that high. Oh wait, hold on. If I work from this backside, it's gonna be mirrored, because this is supposed to be the front, which means... Alright, well here, let me grab... Oh wait, hold on. I use the white wool for scaffolding. Grab my shears, because that's gonna be faster. I'm kind of glad that I used dark gray as opposed to... Oopsies. Oops. I don't know if I pickaxe. I'm kind of glad I used dark gray as opposed to black, because that would have been really high contrast. Alright, cool. We're getting there. So the next one is... this one. In fact... Alright, we're getting there. So what I was saying earlier about this being technically being scalable is that I could have made the entire creeper head, or even the entire creeper as a whole, because I am using the Lego version as a reference. That way I could see each individual color, and that way I could just, I'm reduced to a certain number of blocks. Which one's dark green? Dark green is cobblestone. I'm reduced to a certain number of colors. That way I don't have to figure out how to piece it all together myself. Because that's already been done for me. Oh boy, I am tempted to get rid of the gray wool as a whole. It's also getting dark, so let's just finish this layer. Yeah, I'm really thinking of getting rid of the gray wool because the dark green is the only one used surrounding this, but like the dark green and the black are very close together. So it worked for the Lego model, but on here I have doubts. Yeah, let's go catch some Z's real fast, that way we can see what we're doing. And then I'll probably just put torches surrounding the backside, around the border. Yeah, that is very dark. Unless there's another stone I could use. I could use polished andesite. That's another gray block. Can I halo reach that? I can! I don't even have to jump. That's amazing. I just have to get really close. Come on, how did I do that? What? There we go. Excuse me. I'm placing blocks that I can't pick up, Mr. Pig. I can't pick up the stone once I place it. Do I have to look at it at an angle? Huh. Oops. That's not right. It's supposed to be up there. And boop. Ta-da! That looks more like Steve in the creeper. Alrighty, hold on. Let's put all this stuff away because we got to do something with that gray wool. It's too dark. I need something darker than cobblestone. Boy, am I glad I didn't use obsidian. That would have looked worse. I don't know why I was holding that down. Alright, let's fix our hotbar real fast. Much better. Looks over at the time. We got about 15 minutes left of the day. Alright, so we needed... Oh wait, I could use gravel. I'm pretty sure gravel is lighter than cobblestone. Maybe a little bit. Alright, polished andesite. That's in here. Or I guess I could use regular andesite. That seems dark enough. I think this might even be darker than the polished version. Alright, so let's poke out you. And see, how does this look? Why does that look slightly brighter? That looks brighter than the cobblestone. You know what I could do though? I could flip it. Because the cobblestone is only there. Which means, yeah, the cobblestone is darker. So what we'll do, we'll get rid of all of this and we're gonna invert it. Invert the block palette. Honestly, this is probably gonna look better from far away. Standing right up next to it, you'll see the textures. Okay, here's the question. Do I have enough cobblestone? See, this is something that'd be nice to build on my beta 1.8 world, but I can't. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna get much better than that. Yeah. Yeah, that's about where I sit. Other than just turning the entire thing into cobblestone and say bye-bye to that one detail. Nothing else I'm missing, right? I'm gonna do the stone cutter. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything I can use that's darker. I could use mossy cobblestone, but then that kind of defeat the whole grayscale only palette. Honestly, that might be what we go with. Because might as well. It's my build, so I can do what I want. So, to make it look darker, we'll go back to how it was, where the cobblestone is at the border. And then we'll use mossy cobblestone for the darkest parts. Which is kind of ironic since those are supposed to be black and not green. You're gonna make me go up there for that? I didn't know if placing the mossy gobble was gonna push it out, so I'll just pick it up now. Because I need something that's darker than the cobblestone, but not super dark. Yeah, looking at the gravel, it's definitely lighter. This makes it darker, right? Here, let's find out. This wasn't supposed to be that hard. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, from a distance, you could totally see it. Not really. Ah, forget it. I'm going full cobble. I don't know, leave me alone. Who buzzed me? Can I wait 10 minutes? Email. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do is we'll just sacrifice the last color. Oh wait, hold on. I have one more gray block. Wait a minute. No, I don't. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Put a little love in it. I've got more gray blocks. This isn't over. I will use something other than entirely cobblestone. Let me grab. Oh no, am I out? Where is it? Oh no. We're gonna have to go back home. I got 10 minutes to head all the way back home, and then head all the way back here. Okay. We'll put away this the unpolished andesite. We'll catch some Z's, and then we're gonna walk back. And before I do all that, we're gonna be smart, and let me just pick this one up. I'm not gonna bother trying to reach all the way up there just yet. But anyways, what I was gonna say was, this isn't something that I can easily build on my beta 1.8 world, because I don't have... Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Every block I have in there is available to me. Huh. Never mind then. I guess if I just had a substitute for whatever this last block is gonna be, then I could. Let's toss all that, then we'll sleep, and then we're gonna start walking. And I'm gonna be smart about this. What I'm gonna do is grab my compass. Because I was thinking about, I'm probably not gonna need this again earlier. But just kidding. We are going to use it. And my bedroom's not that way. You know what I could have probably done? Shifted the entire palette down. Because there are white specks used. The white Lego bricks that are used on this. However, I didn't want to use white because I felt that was going to be too bright. Just like how I didn't want to use obsidian or black wool because that would be too dark. Same thing. But I realized if I had gone with white, I could have shifted every color up by one, which means cobblestone would be the darkest and stone brick would be the second darkest. Instead of having, hello, gray wool be the darkest. Especially since gray wool isn't the darkest anymore, which means I could just get rid of that. The translator I wrote was simply marking down which color goes to which block. Nothing special. And whoop. Alright, we're good. Life check. That one was for me, since there's no one watching. In fact, I've got my shears. While I'm here, let's just shear more sheep. And I see you. You've become rather valuable since I can't find any squids. I don't know where the squids are at. They're hiding from me. I think the squids did not want to see my diamond sword up close. They went in hiding. You know what? It'd be nice if I had a proper minecart system, but I want to say I still have minecart issues. Maybe by the full release of 0.11. Because it would be very nice if I could just take the minecart to and from these outposts. Since I can't sprint, it'd be faster. But on the flip side of that, sprinting is also going to get added in 0.12. Same thing with crouching, although there is technically crouching already. Crouching's been around since 0.5 at least. It was supposed to be around since the Xperia Play version. I don't know how many of us are able to verify that for sure. However, there's at least crouching as of 0.5. Part of that as evident by the Pi edition. Have I drifted too far to the left? I mean, might need to start heading back to the right. Took a quick peek at the compass. Kind of came over here. Ah, so close. Uh-oh. No, tall grass. Stop blocking me. Come on, sheep. Eat again. You like to eat, right? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Of course. I could have sheared him 3 times, but the stupid tall grass was in the way. Am I way over here? Hold on. Let me just hold on to this. What? No, I'm not. The compass doesn't render in the inventory. I wonder if that's to fix the inability, or the ability where if you just craft the compass, if you attempt to craft the compass, it's going to show you the direction, which means you never actually need to craft it. That was a bug for both the, well, not really a bug, that was an oversight for both the compass and the clock. And then that was also here on early Pocket Edition, but I think that might have been fixed by now. I'm pretty sure this points to somewhere inside the old world. At least I'm hoping it does. There's the jungles. There's my gravel pyramid. Some things don't change. I still have a lot of gravel. Well, I guess I was heading in the right direction. Looking at the time, I only got 2 minutes. We're not going to make the walk back. But I came all the way back here for that. Seeing that? Seeing that acacia wood? That's what I need. And any clay as well. I'll take that, thank you, and that, thank you. While I'm here, it's just a good idea to pick up all this wool. Wait a minute, if grass isn't spreading again, I wonder if I were to hang around this area for long enough, if the sheep would eat all the grass. Because, like, if you look around, it is kind of cut off from the world. Because part of it's just out here at the edge of the ocean. I didn't place these chunks. All these chunks are in their original location. But yeah, I wonder. It's kind of tempting to just AFK somewhere around here and just see how far the sheep go. Because you could see a lot of the damage is still done. There's a lot of dirt here. Because all these sheep are hungry. Hungry sheep. And so much for collecting all the acacia wood. Particularly the logs. Because the sides of the logs are gray. That's what I needed for my next gray block I was going to attempt. But on the same time, also hardened clay. So we're going to see if there's any clay around here. I've already picked up. Man, these sheep are nice to me though. Giving me lots of wool. How did that one acacia tree grow so tall? Alright, well, sorry trees, y'all gotta go. There are some saplings around here. Yeah, it's also the 2-hour mark, so we'll be wrapping this up real quickly here. And that'll be it until the next stream, which might be live. The only reason why the next stream would not be live is in the event that my video somehow skyrockets in views. I have my doubts because that's a very rare occurrence for my content. Well, there's a non-zero chance that it is still popular. So, I'm going to need to be strategic with my streams if I want to make sure that that video maximizes its visibility. And just be around here. Yeah, all these sheep are going to eat the grass, and then the grass isn't going to pop back up. Alright, well, anyways, that's all it for this time. Oh look, that tree grew. See, the saplings work at least. Hooray, hooray. Yeah, that's all it for this time. Thank you all for watching. Bye.